It has finally arrived. It's our Ford Bronco. It's here for our long-term fleet. We ordered this truck over a year ago, and we're going to tell you why it took so long to get here. But first, what I want to do is tell you about what Bronco we got, why we got it. Then I'm going to take all the stickers off and find all the cool Easter eggs. Let's talk about the Edmunds long-term fleet for a second first. It's where we take vehicles and own them for over a year, try and put over 20,000 miles on them, and report back to you on the ownership experience. We think it's one of the most exhaustive ways a vehicle can be tested. And why'd we get the Bronco? Well, it's one of the most important vehicles that Ford has brought out in recent years. Sure, there's lots of high performance stuff out there, but this is aimed at the heart of one of America's most popular vehicles, the Jeep Wrangler, which we also had in our long-term fleet, and in Rubicon trim nonetheless. As a matter of fact, we still have the Wrangler. We use it as a support vehicle for pretty much all of our off-roading. Whenever we need to film something in the dirt, the Wrangler comes along. So we want to know how the Bronco holds up under the same kinds of conditions and over the same amount of time. We're going to do all of that and then some with this Bronco in the coming year of ownership, but click like and subscribe if you want to see more videos from our long-term fleet. And if you want to cash offer on your car today, go to edmunds.com/sellmycar. Let's start taking a closer look at this thing. All right, let's remove these stickers. The first one is the pricing sheet, the Monroney, and we're just gonna take the pricing sheet off the window, and we're gonna save this for later because I want to talk about what we got and why we got it. As you'll notice on here, the price on this vehicle, MSRP $62,605 is the total, and we got the first edition, which is essentially the Badlands trim, but in specific colors. They're only releasing 3,500 of them, and we got it with the Sasquatch package. We don't need these anymore. This looks like a front license plate bracket. See what's in the glove box here. This vehicle is equipped with airbags, so you know. The sold sticker here. Thank you, Don G, for selling us this vehicle. And then we've got the owner's manual, and then we will put it in, not with this, I'm guessing this is a toolkit. That's exactly what I was expecting. This is the toolkit to take these doors off. Then there's this little ratchet. If we look closely here, these are Bronco branded ratchet attachments. That's pretty cool. I want to keep that with the truck, don't lose that. So maintain value for people that really love their Broncos in the future. It smells fine. But here's another sticker. And it says what percentage of the vehicle was made where. And it says US/Canadian parts 61%, Mexico 15%. That's not 100. Where's the rest of the percents? Now this is officially where we're gonna start our Bronco exterior logo and interior logo count. We got one right there on the tailgate, and there's one on each of the wheels and the hubcap, so that's a total of 5. And this is all of the stuff that comes with the top. But one of the things they sent us in the year we were waiting for this Bronco is a Bronco flag, as if we're from Bronco country. So we'll hang it on the truck at some point, I don't know. And then the other things we got that came with it are, yes, these are the bags for the doors. So the doors are fully removable on this. I'm not gonna take the doors off today. We'll make another video for that. But it does show which doors these are for. So these are for the front doors, so you know that that's the door it'll fit. And another cool detail is they tell you which order to store the doors in. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2 is this position. So if you flip this over, these are actually 2 bags, and that shows the passenger side door. This is for the removable hardtop. The rear doors. These are essentially tie-down straps for your stuff in the rear, and this one is for what it looks like the rear doors. All right, and this is our all-weather floor mats. I won't count this in the Bronco logo count, but it's cool that they're branded and sized correctly. This is, it's half the back seat. So it looks like the back seat is segmented up into 2. You get another kicking horsey there. So that's fun. Little Easter eggs back here. Come in close. The first thing down here is they have tie downs in the trunk. And these tie downs have a little lasso. That's just kind of a nod to the fact that it's called the Bronco. Real cowboy themed in here. And the next thing I'm noticing while looking at our Bronco, you wouldn't see it from here, but you take a half a step in and the light in the trunk here has a little Bronco on it too. Up the count there to 6. All right, let's put in these all-weather floor mats. Keep it protected from all the California mud we get It's not really any attachment points, which is kind of annoying, but it does go around well. It kind of squeezes in there. And then this one overlaps, so you don't get too much leakage below it. Got some floor mats, that was easy. Let's do the front. Now this one does require removal of the regular carpet because you need to snap it into the floor. Snap, it's in place. It's really easy. All right, so driver's side, same thing. Snap that into place. All right, now you've got a protected floor. So let's get in and look at the inside. All right, now we're gonna take a look at the inside. And before we go any further, I wanna point out, I found 2 more Broncos, obviously, well, 3 now. So steering wheel is 1, small little Bronco there, and 1 here and 1 here on each of the front seats. I just found another Bronco. There's 1 right here on the shifter. So if we missed any horses that were kicking you in the face, feel free to point it out in the comments below and we'll add it to the count. But I think that count is somewhere under 10 still. So you get to take the bit of the screen off here. Very, very satisfying. It's like buying an expensive new smartphone. Let's take a look at the other parts of the interior. We do get a cool first edition badge. There's the grab handles here. You've got essentially what are all the controls for your locking diffs and your traction control, stuff like that up here. Then there's the row of upfitter switches near the top, and because we have the removable top, the big switches are here and here for that to take the front section off, and then the back section has its own unique set of switches. Now, aside from this little warning sticker and the registration sticker on the front, we're kind of all out of stickers, which is satisfying and sad all at the same time. Consider it unboxed. But now what I want to do is pull out this list and talk to you about why it took so long for us to get our Bronco. Let's go back to the beginning. So October 2nd, 2020 is when we placed an order for a Bronco, or a reservation really. We put $100 down and the configurator didn't open until mid-October 2020. Ford said, "We're humbled by the tremendous demand we've received and are excited to get you your Bronco as soon as we can." It was an email that kind of went out to everybody that reserved one. October 22nd, we decided to place an order for one. What did we get? Well, we got the first edition. We thought that would be a good one to get because it comes with the most off-road equipment. And we wanted ours, the Badlands with the Sasquatch package, in a first edition color. We also wanted 2 tops, but guess what? We only got 1. And in October, we got an email from Ford that said, "We wanted to share some important product updates. To reduce production complexity and ensure quality, the molded in-color hardtop is the only hardtop option. So there will now be late availability for the 2021 model year, and these models will have a price reduced by $1,895. So we couldn't get the one we wanted. December 15th of 2020, the order placement we were supposed to be able to make back in October was postponed from December to March of 2021. It's a big postponement. And Ford sent out an email again saying, the order process will now begin in mid-January and will extend through mid-March. Finally, January 27th of 21, we placed the order with our local dealership. March 25th of 2021, we got an update that the black modular hardtop and dual roof tops were not available for 2021. So we couldn't get the soft top and the hard top we wanted. So we said, all right, let's just get it as quickly as we can. Then Ford lowered the MSRP. They gave us some Ford Pass rewards, which are kind of like dealership bucks, where you can use Ford bucks, like Monopoly bucks, and spend them at a dealership. So whether that's on accessories or an oil change. And we started out with 40,000 of those points, those Ford Pass reward points. Throughout the ordering process with the delays, they had added 10,000 once and 10,000 again. We were up to 60,000 reward points, which is pretty good. And then at this point in the process, they increased by 200,000 points. It's a lot of points, and it translates to a lot of dollars at the dealership, so it's kind of nice. To be clear, 1 point is not $1. It's like your airline miles. When you have 100,000 miles, that doesn't mean you can fly 100,000 miles. You get the point. So at this point in March of 2021, we got another email from Ford saying that they couldn't have imagined the enthusiasm this vehicle would generate, and adding on a global pandemic, the vehicle launch quickly became one of the biggest challenges they'd faced in years. Yikes. In May, we'll provide you with more information on estimated delivery of your vehicle. Then in May, we got another email, surprise, more delays, still no estimate on delivery. And Ford says, quote, "We're investing millions of dollars to fix our roof supply issue," which was part of the ordering process in the first place, July of 2021. We contacted our dealer, who said, "Nope, sorry, we don't know when it's going to get built yet." Then, September 2nd, Ford sent us an email saying Bronco production is scheduled for the week of November 1st. Yes, we got a production date. Then we got an email in October, production delayed. November 19th, we got an email saying your Bronco has shipped. We said, we'll see the truck and then we'll believe it. The dealership called us last week, it finally arrived, and it's actually here. Now that we've fully covered exhaustively the heartache it took to get our hands on this Bronco, I get to take it out for the break-in period, which is the first 1,000 miles. You can't do any towing or any hard driving. You have to vary the speeds to break in the 2.7 liter V6. Not that difficult of a task. The second thing I wanted to talk about was the Monroney, the pricing sheet, why we got what we got. I mentioned it earlier, but I wanted to go into specifics. First thing, mileage, 17 MPG combined. That's the EPA rating. We'll test that over the next year. The second thing, the price of $62,000, $62,605 to be exact. What does that include? Well, the first edition is essentially the Badlands trim with some extra bits on it. So you get the specialized color for first edition, the terrain management system with extra management for the GOAT. That's 7 different GOAT modes. 17-inch wheels, 33-inch tires, unique suspension, which is great. It's good for off-roading. The disconnecting front stabilizer bar, the heavy-duty front bumper with the powder-coated steel rear bumper, the aux switches in the overhead, and the vinyl trim seats with rubberized washout flooring, the stuff we unpacked earlier. The Sasquatch package includes beadlock capable wheels, which means you can air them way down, and it's less likely for the tires to come disconnected from the wheels while you're off-roading. It's a great feature. Then there's stuff like the electronic locking front and rear axles, the 4.7-to-1 final drive ratio, the high clearance suspension, the position-sensitive Bilstein shocks, and high clearance fender flares, the 10-speed automatic transmission, which is part of the 2.7 liter engine, and trail control, along with some other fun stuff. There's a lot that went into this truck. Why did we get one that was so expensive? Well, we like to test out the most equipment we can, and you can't really get all that stuff on the base Bronco. Plus, it's kind of fun to have big tires. So now that we've got all the plastic off of everything, I'll put the license plates on and take it home. Let us know in the comments below where you want us to take it. Anywhere that 4 wheels will go, we'll try and get this thing there. Let us know what you want to see it go up against. If you want the fenders on or off, you want the top to come off, and we'll let you know when new stuff shows up, or maybe when we connect something across the front of this grille. For more information on the Bronco, all of its competitors, click the links in the description below and press like and subscribe while you're down there. Punch a hole in the license plate here. Try not to stab myself with a screwdriver. I don't know if you guys know this, but we mod stuff on the Edmunds channel. This thing's gonna be a super different truck with a license plate.
So the Sasquatch package, does it include that mustache you have?
No, this is rarely found in the wild, even more rare so than the Sasquatch itself. All right, time to go break it in and drive slowly for 1,000 miles. Oh, that sounds fun. Not.